Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm Liz and I sell St. Louis. Today I'm going to do some market update and data to share with you and go over a couple of things. And then afterwards, I'm going to try and post the graphs that I have on market data below. Just kind of wanting to go over a couple of things. Briefly, just so that you can be aware of what's going on. And of course, if you have any questions about the St. Louis real estate market or ways that I can be of help, if you're thinking you might want to buy a house in the future, or you're thinking about selling, or you know somebody who might be doing that, more than 75% of my business in 2017 came from people that I already know and their friends and family. I do appreciate referrals and all that great stuff, and I'm never too busy to take care of those special people in your lives too. So 2018, what do we know from 2017 and what can we use from that information to know about 2017? You might have heard inventory is low and some of those kinds of things. And what does that mean? Right now we have about enough houses on the market hey Amy, thanks for tuning in. We have about 3 months worth of inventory on the market. A balanced market is when there's 6 months of inventory. And so with only 3 months of inventory on market, that means it is a seller's market. So purchase prices have been rising. Average days on market is continuing to decrease. In St. Charles County, the average days on market is only 11. In St. Louis City, it's about 20 days. And in St. Louis County, it's also about 20 days. And Jeffco, it's slightly higher at 28 days. So still pretty good, all less than a month in the St. Louis area. In terms of average purchase price, the average purchase price is up. So we're seeing about 150 as the average for St. Louis City. In St. Louis County, the average is 180. And then in St. Charles County, the average is up to 215. And in Jefferson County, it's 165. So all of those markets, if you look at the numbers for 2017, are up. In terms of inventory being low and things like that, first-time home buyers, sort of starter homes, so like smaller 2-bedroom, maybe 2 to 3 bedroom homes, are pretty hard to find on the market. So if you're thinking that it might be a good time to upgrade, now is a great time to sell your starter home at a hopefully good sized profit and be able to get into a bigger home. And while prices are increasing across the board, they're increasing at a lower rate when you're looking above 300 or so. In terms of sales in general, because the inventory is low, the sales are have maintained steady. The good news for home buyers, if you're thinking about buying, is FHA has increased the amount of money that you can borrow, which makes it a little bit easier on you. So you can borrow up to $290 for an FHA loan. And where is my number there? Yeah, and it is for about $480 on a conventional loan. So just in terms of numbers and what you're working at, the amount that you can borrow is a little bit higher than it was before. And then in terms of what do home buyers look like, about 35% of the buyers in the market right now are first-time home buyers. So again, if that's something you're thinking about, I'd be happy to get you some more information. Almost a third, about 26% of home buyers in 2017 were between the ages of 25 and 34. So that's really the biggest group. So if you know some other young people that are thinking about making home ownership happen for them, I'd love to chat with them and get them some more information. And more than 50% of millennials found their real estate agent through a referral, so kind of through someone else that they knew. Ooh, thanks for all those smileys. 74% of first-time home buyers rented an apartment or a house before buying a house, and 21% lived with parents. So the median age across the board is 32. So would love to meet some more 32-year-olds looking to buy a house. And Certainly, if you have more questions on if now might be a good time to sell, what's going on with my property values, or what could I do to make my house more marketable, I'd be happy to answer some questions and all that good stuff. So thanks so much for tuning in. And of course, if you have any other questions, feel free to punch them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. And I look forward to 2018 being another great year in the real estate market.